Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the lesson portion of this video, featuring and following the song Unbroken by Killswitch Engage from the album As Daylight Dies. This song has a lot of particular writing tricks and riffs that are featured all throughout the album, and are in fact very common for songs that use this particular drop D, drop C sharp tunings. I'd like to talk about two things: the riff that opens at breakneck speed, and it's featured in the verses, and the break that happens at about 2 minutes in the song. They have a couple of arpeggios that they play. So let's take a look at that first riff, particularly the picking technique that can be used for playing it. You can go all downstrokes, which probably is the way the guys do it. In fact, it goes quite a bit faster than that, right? However, another way of doing this would be to use some alternate picking, but to actually repeat a stroke. So to have an up-down motion, and then after that, another downstroke, not a sweeping stroke, just another downstroke to accent the chords. It's not exactly the same tone. You can get pretty close, and it's quite a bit less motion, quite a bit less taxing on your right hand to be able to play the same thing. As opposed to the old downstrokes approach. If you notice in the video, the right channel, or the window that it's about here, the small window, I play with I alternate pick the entire song instead of using all downstrokes. The next section of the song that we're going to take a look at about 2 minutes in, is the arpeggio section. And at this point, the two guitars break up. One of the guitars stay to play the lower harmony, which will be the lower harmony, and the other guitar goes up to play a harmony, a third, the interval of a third above, in this case starting at a minor third, and then respectively changing as the chords go through. Before going into that section. Anyway, these particular arpeggios are very, very well suited to this tuning. And let's take a look at what the notes are and how they're broken down. Every single arpeggio has 6 notes, and they all start with an open 6 string. Our first is going to be open 6, 7, 10, and 7th on the 5th string, back to the 10, and ultimately coming back to the 7th fret. Open 7, 10, 7 on the 5th, 10, 7. The same exact pattern all the time, except for one chord. The note that you're playing, the fret that you're playing with your first finger, is going to be the same on the 6th string and on the 5th string. First chord, second chord, open, 8th fret of the 6th string, 12th fret of the 6th string, 8th fret of the 5th string, 12, and 8 again on the 6th. So those two we have. After that, we go up to the 12th fret, open string, 12th fret, 15, 12 on the 5th string, 15 on the 6th string, 12 again on the 6th. And then we go one back, open, 10th fret, 14 on the 6th string, 10th fret on the 5th, 14th fret on the 6th string, back to the 10 on the 6th. Some people play this, again, downstrokes. but I feel it doesn't have that exact same motion, because I don't know. You can still, with alternate picking, you can make the note on the 5th string pop out, which is the idea. So it's entirely up to you which approach you're going to take. After a couple of, actually, after 2 repetitions of this sequence of arpeggios, the other guitar breaks off and goes up higher, and essentially it stays on the last arpeggio that was played, because we have something that starts 7th fret, starting on 8th, 12th, and then on 10th. One guitar stays here to start its ascend up there. So we repeat the same arpeggio, the last arpeggio. We go up to the 12th fret to do exactly the same arpeggio. After that, we go up to the 15th fret, and this is open string, 15, 19 on the 6th string, 15 on the 5th, 19 on the 6th, back to the 15th. And then for the last arpeggio, this is the only time where the note on the fret on the 6th string and the fret on the 5th string are going to defer. Open 6th string, 14th fret on the 6th, 17th fret, 13 on the 5th, back to the 17 on the 6th, back to the 14th. So we get this one. Together, those two, if we play them in harmony, they outline what sounds like a dominant 7th chord. So the whole thing played is as if you're playing one guitar, and you're playing that guitar that is going to go high up and do the harmonies slowly, would be like this. Wonderful. One thing I like to talk about with this particular riff, you can see these very clearly on the tab. Again, taking advantage of the fact that our 4th string and our 6th string are tuned to the same pitch, we can do what I like to call mirror riffs, or essentially you can play the part that is played on the 6th string, you can play the same thing on the 4th string, thus kind of getting more mileage from that idea. Or you can have one guitar play the part on the low string. Let's take, for example, that first arpeggio. Open 7, 10, 7, 10, back. We can substitute the parts that are played, including the open string. We can substitute the open 6 with the open 4th. So instead of open 6, 7, 10 on the 6th string, we can do that on the 4th string. And essentially we will just have to go back to the 5th string, which is sort of the middle between the two. Sounds a bit different, doesn't it? If we follow that for the entire sequence, we can get some very interesting results. And so on and so forth. I've used this quite a bit in my own compositions. I'm currently working on my 2nd album, and I've used a lot of the techniques described in these videos that you're going to be seeing in the composition of my songs, including this particular one that I like to call mirror riffs when you're in drop tuning.